works straight away.
There we are. Look at this. Hello. Hello to you. Welcome. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, and welcome to the
Hi.
Vern Bar Quiz Winter Extravaganza. Only joking.
No,
it's the
hang
summer
on.
now.
Oh, I wish. The weather has not been great recently, has it?
Not
Although,
really.
Where you are, it's been pretty good. You live in
Yeah,
Cornwall.
we haven't had any snow. Had a bit of a frosty one the
time.
other day, but not bad other than that. You may notice on the screen there's an international super. You may notice on the screen there is an international superstar and friend of the show. Their face has been lightly distorted and put on top of the hedge outside the Flipping School of Education Library. Who is it, if you want? Well, this is the quiz. This is a quiz where we ask you questions, and if you know the answer, if that is the round for you, you can write down the answer. Get ready, a little pen and paper, if you will.
We might have to repeat the spiel because currently I haven't actually posted a link. So
that's okay.
Who knows who's watching? I'm sure many people are watching already because they all have the bell ticked on.
We've currently got 24,000 viewers.
That's amazing. That's a great start.
So that might be a new record, actually.
Potentially, we did almost get to 25,000 last couple of weeks ago. So
we've already got 9 viewers, Jack.
Actually,
people don't need the link anymore. Our loyalists are loyal.
People are keen. No, this is all. I've been encouraging the subscriber drive, so clearly it's paying off.
You have. And notifications. Don't forget to click that bell. We need an animation that comes up every now and again of someone clicking the subscribe button, like they do in some YouTube videos.
That's next week's job.
Once again, this is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. So use code what's the link 20 at checkout to get 20% discount on your shaving needs.
There we go. So yeah, we are currently being sponsored now. So
yeah, that's
great.
True.
Great.
And so now we're all allowed to use all the Dollar Shave Club associated music, like Kesha. I don't know. I couldn't come up with anyone.
I mean, Kesha's as good as any.
Wake up in the morning, feeling like beating. Do you like that one?
Have you seen the Simpsons version of that?
I like the sound of it.
I can't believe you haven't.
Something I'll look up later.
It's very much something I assumed you'd have watched, but
we're live. I'm going to share quiz.
I've shared it in Fresh's 2020 and Beatles Playtime.
Lovely, the big two.
Yep, indeed. So there we go.
Hello, if you're just joining us now.
Flooding in.
We're going to get started in a couple of minutes. But for now, there's a little teaser for you on screen. At the left of the screen there, in front of this lovely background brought to you by SRC President Joseph Treacle, there is a picture of an international superstar and friend of the show whose face has been slightly distorted. Can you tell us who it is? Do give us a little friendly hello in the chat if you would like to let us know something.
Immediately prior to this, we had a look at this picture, and it wasn't quite as no,
it wasn't as good as it is now.
Quite as stunning as it was now.
Yeah.
Oh, there we both are. Hang on, just looking at the chat. I think someone's about to say hello.
I think I know who it is. I think it might be Hilbeed.
It might be.
Got sneaking suspicion. Oh, it was Hilbeed.
Wow, it was Hilbeed. That's crazy.
Wow, hello. Shout out to Hilbeed in the house.
I can't believe Hilbeed commenting. We have
that tree.
We have 17 people watching, Hugo. How do you feel?
Oh gosh. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone watching. Hi, Mum and Dad, if you're watching. I know they are actually. I wanted to do like an Oscar thing, but
no, I like it.
I'd like to thank that tree. I think that's a really beautiful tree.
So, Hugo, what kind of rounds have we got on offer today? All kinds of exciting things from what I've heard.
All sorts. We've got a couple of surprises coming up. We've also got our specialist round chosen last week on Mario Kart, and we've got a Wipeout round as always. But we're starting off with a classic round called the Lynx Round.
Oh,
we'll get onto that in just a second. First, I'm going to show you who this international superstar friend of the show is. It's, of course, Declan Donnelly. It's Declan Donnelly. So hello, Izzy in chat. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at us. We've incredible.
If you haven't,
audience participation. Anyway,
if you didn't get that, I'd be very disappointed because clearly, if anyone could have noticed that was clearly Declan Donnelly,
come on.
clearly is.
Clearly. So Jack, we're going to start with the Lynx round. How does this work?
So Hugo, the Lynx round works as follows. We are going to show you 9 seemingly general knowledge questions. They look to be general knowledge. They actually are general knowledge questions. However, the answer to them will all be linked by a 10th question, which is what is the link? So there's going to be a common topic that links the previous 9 together. It could be a kind of a bit of word in the kind of the syntax of the word. It could be to do with the kind of the theme. But there will be a link linking those 9 answers together, and a 10th
only
answer
connect
is the answer.
if you've seen that program.
Yeah, only connect, exactly. But better.
Oh, you can read this one, Jack, from this round.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so what common, often car-related injury occurs when the neck and head are forced suddenly backwards? So what common, often car-related injury occurs when the neck and head are forced suddenly backwards?
This is the sort of question they have on game shows sometimes, where just from the description of the noun, it can only be one thing. Like on Tipping Point, they quite often do start off a question with which dental structures, and it's always teeth. What other dental structures are there?
It's because it's hard to say. It's hard to use a word. It's hard to describe teeth in a way that doesn't use the word teeth.
It's true. The other classic is which pop artist, and it's always whatever his name is. You know, Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol.
Yeah, friend of the show actually.
Question number 2. What term used to refer to culture deemed to be refined, like classical music, has been criticized by some for promoting cultural elitism with classist undertones? What term used to refer to culture deemed to be refined, like classical music, has been criticized by some for promoting cultural elitism with classist undertones?
Now, when writing this question, I tried to find some examples of people saying this, but it might just be me who thinks this promotes cultural elitism and classist undertones.
I mean, at the end of the day, what is the slogan of the Vern Bar Quiz? If it's our answer, then that's the answer.
That's so true.
There's no room for argument here.
And there's a little extra clue. It does fit the link.
Yeah, that's true. That does help. So yeah, if you know that, if you know your terms, put it down.
I will say, just so you know, we've got some absolutely top-notch graphic design on the quiz today, especially round 3. So look forward to that.
I'm very excited.
Right,
very excited indeed.
3.
Question number 3. What is an albumin more commonly known as? What is an albumin more commonly known as?
I always say albumin. I always say. I don't say it very often.
I was going to say, how often do you use that word? I've used the first 5 letters of that word a couple of times.
We're talking about Dumbledore.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, we were talking, Hugo, weren't we, before the start of this quiz about how brilliant the background is. We were really enjoying how high definition it was compared to some of the backgrounds we use.
Look at that. Hill Bede in all its glory. We've got a bit of the Art Deco Bede Chapel there. Chapel of St Hilda St Bede. One of the only 2 colleges with a chapel, I want to say.
Yep. I mean, I had no idea. So.
And question number 4.
Question number 4. The Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz sings about how his life would improve if I only had the what? The Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz sings about how his life would improve if I only had the what?
I think, Jack, if we were both in The Wizard of Oz, I think we'd both be the Cowardly Lion.
What does that mean?
In a good way.
What are you
Not
referring
cowardly. Although I can imagine you dressed as the Tin Man, and I have done in the past.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't given much thought to Wizard of Oz characters in a long time. It's not my favourite story. But yeah,
it's that time. I had actually played the Cowardly Lion before.
Really?
Yeah, primary school.
Yeah, I mean, we all did that. I mean, I played an evacuee in my primary school.
Absolutely classic. Isn't it true that I would play the Cowardly Lion and Jack would play an evacuee in any given musical?
Yeah, probably.
Right, question number 5.
Question number 5. What is this? I mean, it's a good question. What is it? Yeah, what is it? So there you go.
I was really impressed with myself for managing to blur out the bottom.
Was that put on purpose?
It had some text on it, yeah.
Oh wow, that is impressive. So that's the kind of high caliber graphic design skills that go into this quiz.
You wouldn't get this at the Van Mildert Bar Quiz.
Better not.
It's the Hillbead Bar Quiz. That's where you get this sort of quality.
Yeah, definitely. Tell all your friends.
Tell all your friends.
Or your cross collegiate friends.
Anyone, all are welcome.
Yeah.
I know people who do this quiz that don't even go to Hillbead.
Wow, that's really amazing.
Question number 6.
Question number 6. Which 1998 song features the lyrics, "When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am"? Which 1998 song features the lyrics, "When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am"? Well,
remember, there's a link between all these answers. Maybe with some of these latest questions, you might have a few light bulb moments.
Oh, hang on a second. Hugo. Potentially. Might be getting a whiff of the link there.
A whiff of the link. How does it smell?
It smells good. It smells really good, actually.
I don't like this sort of evocative speech. Right, question number 7.
Question number 7. What camera part can be macro, fisheye, and wide angle? What camera part can be macro, fisheye, and wide angle? Okay.
I didn't know how to answer this question. I had to write this question. I'm not a camera expert necessarily.
I mean, I think I potentially know the answer, and it seems like a good phrasing of a question to me.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
So yeah. So if you know your cameras, this might be the question for you. For all you camera lovers out there.
Yeah. And if you don't love cameras, maybe give this one a miss.
Give this one a miss, are you?
By the way, in the first 40 questions, you've got nothing to lose by just guessing.
Yeah. I concur with that one.
Thanks. Question number
8. Pringles TM are currently trialing more recyclable packaging. In this trial, which originally plastic component of the packaging has been swapped out for a paper alternative? Pringles TM are currently trialing more recyclable packaging. In this trial, which originally plastic component of the packaging has been swapped out for a paper alternative?
This was quite a hard one to word as well.
Sorry if there's any background noise.
None at all, don't worry.
Good stuff.
What should we be listening out for?
I don't know, just indistinct conversation potentially.
Is your dad doing his one-man band practice again?
It is my dad actually, but not necessarily this time the band practice. All right, question number 9.
Question number 9.
What 5-letter word describes someone studying in a school? What 5-letter word describes someone studying in a school?
It's a noun, I will say. Describe someone, I mean, is defined as someone studying.
So, not an adjective at all.
No, it's not an adjective.
So there you go. If you know your nouns, you should be...
Maybe this is the question for you.
So there you go. We know that one. I think, Hugo, that might bring us to question number 10.
I can't think what it could be. Oh,
no
wait.
Idea. Oh my, it's what's the link? So what links those previous 9 things together? There's a link, and that's the answer to this question, and hopefully you should know it. If you don't, that's fine, but hopefully you do. So there you go.
So very much thank you to me for writing this around. I'm gonna
do it. Zip through
questions. So, what is this common correlated injury where the head and neck are forced backwards? Question number 2. What term is used to refer to refined culture and is sometimes seen as promoting cultural elitism with classes undertones? Question number 3. What's a common name for an albumin? The Cowardly Lion says, "If I only had the what?" What's this? What's this commonly known as? What song features the lyric, "When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am, Sam I am"? Which camera part can be macro, fisheye, and wide angle? What in the new Pringles packaging has been swapped for paper and from plastic? Question number 9. What 5-letter word is someone studying in school? And question number 10, as always, what is the link? There we go. First round done. We're through a fifth of the questions. Can't
believe it's flown by.
Absolutely flown by. Couldn't agree more. Right, next up is a round we haven't done in a while, but it's a oldie but a goodie type of round. It's a classic lucky dip round. This lucky dip round, all the answers are Meryl Streep films. So we're going to show you various different ways of asking you a question, and all the answers are Meryl Streep films.
Yeah, I guess.
A lovely picture of Meryl Streep in the background there. Thank you to Charlotte for this round. So here we go. Question number 1. It's a synonym. We want synonyms for these words which make a Meryl Streep film. So words that mean the same as diminutive dames are also the name of a film starring Meryl Streep.
So there you go. Give that some thought. What's the background, Hugo?
It's Meryl Streep. The inimitable Meryl Streep.
What film? Will that be a clue to something?
Becoming Laura Dern? I don't know. To tell you the truth, it's not actually Meryl Streep.
No, I mean, it didn't look anything like Meryl Streep. I didn't want to call you out.
It's Laura Dern, but I did want to mention it. So what film is a synonym for diminutive dames? Get a word that means the same both of those, and you'll get a Meryl Streep film. Question number 2. Here are some co-stars of Meryl Streep in a film. What film is this that Meryl Streep stars in alongside Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt, Stanley Tucci, and Adrian Grenier?
Why do we make around Meryl Streep again?
Why is the Pope Catholic?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Exactly.
That's not the expression.
So there you go. If you know your co-stars, hopefully it should be. It's an easy one to say.
I'm sorry if this is confusing. All the answers to these 10 questions are Meryl Streep films with Meryl Streep in, and we want you to give us the answers, please. And we're going to ask you the questions in different ways. So this one, we're giving you some co-stars, and we want you to name the film. Now we're going to give you the poster of a Meryl Streep film. Here's the poster of a film starring Meryl Streep. What is the name of the film?
Are we allowed to talk about the people on the? Will that give anything away?
I know your brother hates the third one.
He's not a massive fan. I don't think he'd mind me saying. It's a big cast, actually.
It is a big cast.
It's a very unlikely cast, I feel. I wouldn't necessarily put those 4 people together, or however many people together.
Why did you say 4 when there's clearly 6 people?
I only recognise 4 of them. So
okay. That's my dream dinner party, actually.
Yeah, I mean, whose isn't, to be fair.
Question number 4. Here is a Meryl Streep film with all of the vowels taken out. All the vowels have been taken out of this Meryl Streep film. What is the name of the film? Looks like Laura Dern's got a moustache.
She does look like she got a moustache.
I mean Meryl Streep. I mean young Meryl Streep.
What? I don't understand why. Why is it Laura Dern?
It's not. It's young Meryl Streep. It's a picture of her because the rounds about Meryl Streep.
Okay, yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. Very good point.
So we've taken the vowels out of the name of a Meryl Streep film. What is it? The left behind are MMMM.
Yep. It's great. It's a great one.
Question number 5. Here's a quote from a film. A quote from a Meryl Streep film. What's the name of the film? It means my whole world goes flippity flop like a turtle on its back. I don't know my up from my down, my east from my west, my topsy from my bottomsy. So what Meryl Streep film is this taken from? It means my whole world goes flitty flop like a turtle on its back. I don't know my up from my down, my east from my west, my topsy from my bottomsy.
I mean, says it all.
They call me Jack Topsy and Bottomsy. No, they don't.
Oh, awful. That one has to go right back.
That's not going to make the edit. We'll cut that in post. Question number 6. Here's an anagram of the Meryl Streep film. Here's a Meryl Streep film. We've jumbled up the letters and made a lovely anagram. What? D-Horn, Italy are your letters. D-Horn, Italy. What Meryl Streep film is this?
Give that one some thought.
Once again, all centered text does look a bit like it's Meryl Streep's moustache.
There you go. I assume the actual word or slash words doesn't have either Dehorn or Italy in it.
Have you not heard of the Meryl Streep film Italy Dehorn?
Well, I can't even get the answer, Hugo.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I forgot. I'm not going to get that away.
If you're doing quizzes for longer than that, come
on. This might take you have a little think, because I know sometimes it's a bit tricky, these old anagrams.
If you don't know it straight away, you can always write down the letters and
we can come back to it later. Good idea. Keep thinking about this one in the future. Then we have Meryl in action. Here's Meryl in action, acting in a film. What film is it?
Hang on.
The clothing might help.
Hang on, that's Laura Dern.
Oh, flip! Oh, sorry, I meant to get a picture of Meryl Streep, but I've accidentally got Laura Dern period clothes. Both they won't mind us saying we're both very good friends of the show.
they gave their express permissions for
with their legal teams. We were just on a Zoom call before this to make sure this was okay with Laura Dern, Meryl Streep, and the governor from the Slammer.
Well, I mean, we the official friends of the show. That's a good point.
The big three. Question number 8. Here's a synopsis of a film. A synopsis of a Meryl Streep film. What's this film? Jane, a divorcee, runs into her ex-husband at their son's graduation ceremony. Since they are divorced, he has remarried. Problems evolve when they start falling in love all over again. Oh, sounds like a high-quality film. I'm not sure about runs into them at the son's graduation ceremony. I feel like they probably would have both known the other was coming. Oh, fancy seeing you here.
No, not necessarily. You know, if it's an ex-husband, you know, they might not have much communication. You never know.
No, but you might think that maybe whatever. I don't know. You live your own life. And question number 9 is a dingbat. Here's a Meryl Streep film that we've made into a dingbat. So sort of say what you see will make a Meryl Streep film. I haven't said say what you see in a long time.
I'm trying to do it. Oh yes, no, I do. I think I know this one.
Meryl Streep film. What could it be? Finally for this round, we've got an IMDb user review of one of Meryl Streep's films. What film is this? This film was so boring that even the sad scenes were boring, and I felt no sadness while watching them. This film is clearly made for women and feels like those cheap romantic comedies. Just this one is not a comedy. The only good thing is the title and its multiple meanings. These are not the held views of the Vern Bar Quiz.
That's praise indeed.
Thank you, Kay Dosda Hegan.
It's a recent review as well.
Yeah. This film was so boring that even the sad scenes were boring. I felt no sadness while watching them. This film is clearly made for women. It feels like those cheap romantic comedies. Just this one is not a comedy. The only good thing is the title and its multiple meanings.
I mean, just the line "this film is clearly made for women" is enough to just on its own, really, you know, makes the review.
That's chef's kiss. Right, I'm going to run through these again. So, synonym, a Meryl Streep film that's synonym for diminutive dames. Then we have, what film did Meryl Streep star in alongside Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt, Stanley Tucci, and Adrian Grenier? What film is this poster from? Missing Vowels. What Meryl Streep film is this with the vowels removed? What's this a quote from? What film is this a Meryl Streep quote from? She says it in the film, talking about Topsy and Bottomsy. Dehorn Italy is an anagram of which Meryl Streep film? You might want to write that down for later and have a think during the rest of the questions. Here is Meryl Streep in action in another film. What film is this? What film has this synopsis about Jane, a divorcee? Dingbat, what Meryl Streep film is this that we've say what you see-ified? And what review is this that is describing a film? What film is this that is being described as a boring flick for women? There we go.
There we go.
On with our next round, which I will say is a particularly sort of visually appealing round. Thank you, Kieran, for this next one. Look at that. That's very useful, isn't it?
Great start.
So we've got a round called Inventions by the Decade. Here's how it works. Jack, do you want to read out this?
Yes. So The following are 10 inventions from the last 100 years, and you have answer with the decade in which they occurred.
Yeah.
Decades are defined as, e.g., 2020s equals 2020 to 2029, and every decade from 1920s to 2010s is represented.
So here we're going to show you a little description of some inventions that happened in that decade. We want you to give us the answer. So we've got the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the noughties, and the teenies.
Oh.
Match those 10 up to these following questions, and then you'll hopefully do well. So here's question number 1, Jack.
Good stuff. Question number 1. The first disposable contact lenses are released in this decade. The first disposable contact lenses are released in this decade.
Tricky stuff. Might want to write down all your decades and then cross them off when you've used them. Might help.
I'm lagging a little bit in terms of my my video, so hopefully that doesn't come across too much in the audio.
Okay, don't worry. You look smooth as a sailor to me.
Great times.
That expression? I don't think so.
I don't know either, but it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Right, so we've got the first disposable contact lenses. Question number 2.
Bitcoin is invented by the pseudonymous Satoshi Nakamoto, who is believed to have developed the code and released the Bitcoin white paper in this decade. Bitcoin is invented by the pseudonymous Satoshi Nakamoto, who is believed to have developed the code and released the Bitcoin white paper in this decade. I almost said coin there.
I think if I had a pen name, I might make it my surname Bosch, and then I'd be the pseudonymous Bosch, like Hieronymus Bosch. It might be a bit niche.
I mean, now you're giving it away.
Oh, now people know it with me.
Yeah. Honestly.
So what decade is this?
So you give up some thought, and once you've decided and put down an answer, we can go on to the next question.
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
We're waiting just for you, so just come on. Speed up, please.
Come on, Tom. Question number 3.
Question number 3. Ernst Ruska builds the first electron microscope whose resolution exceeds what is possible for an optical microscope in this decade, in which he had earlier developed the first prototype. Ernst Ruska builds the first electron microscope whose resolution exceeds what is possible for an optical microscope in this decade, in which he had earlier developed the first prototype.
So what decade did this happen in? Did they make the first electron microscope? Tricky stuff, but it is matchup, and so it's effectively multiple choice. It's just the multiples of, there's 10 of them.
Give it some good thought. I've never heard of this particular person.
Ernst Ruska.
Yeah.
He is on the £5 British banknote.
No, he's not.
It's not true. That's someone else.
True.
I think it might be Churchill.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is a place of facts. This shouldn't be my place where I can do bald-faced lies. Right, question number 4.
Question number 4. Dr. Mark Post develops the first cultured lab-grown beef burger in Maastricht and is tested on live television in this decade. Dr. Mark Post develops the first cultured lab-grown beef burger in Maastricht, and it is tested on live television in this decade.
I assume Dr. Mark Post was the person who invented the post office, but
clearly not. Clearly, maybe he did, and then went on to invent the beef burger afterwards.
Maybe. What a polymath!
It really is a polymath.
So
yeah,
there we go.
Yum. Hopefully you know this one. I have no idea, so I don't think I'd be doing very well in this one, Hugo.
Me neither.
I'm not doing
but
too
luckily
well.
We don't have to do it. Question number 5.
That's very true. Question number 5. Using en vogue radar technology, Percy Spencer develops and sells the first microwave oven, the radar range, in this decade. Using en vogue radar technology, Percy Spencer develops and sells the first microwave oven, the radar range, in this decade.
I think in vogue that is we're using it as a description rather than like a brand name or anything.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Vogue would really be branching out there.
Yeah, do you not know Vogue fashion magazine used to be really into radars?
I can't believe I didn't know that. That's a classic
Do you
trivia
think
question.
radar stands for radar and
Classic
do you
trivia
think
question.
radar stands for radar and depth and radar? Question number 6.
Question number 6. British entrepreneur Edward Craven Walker patents the lava lamp in this decade. British entrepreneur Edward Craven Walker patents the lava lamp in this decade.
To be fair, if you're called Edward Craven Walker, you're not going to be a British entrepreneur, are you?
No, that's very true. I mean, I would be, if someone is in the audience thinks, oh, I can finally put that knowledge of when the lava lamp was invented to use, I'll be very impressed because I would have no idea what to do here. But there you go. That's just me, I guess.
Very well done. Maybe this is the question for you.
Good stuff. So yeah, write down what you think could be the answer there, and we can move on to question number 7.
Question number 7.
Question number 7. Alexander Fleming writes that his mold broth filtrate will be henceforth known as penicillin, about which he published his findings in this decade. Alexander Fleming writes that his mold broth filtrate will be henceforth known as penicillin, about which he published his findings in this decade.
You can see why they changed the name.
What, mold broth filtrate? I don't know.
I'm going to need 2 milligrams of mold broth filtrate stat.
It's got a certain kind of a rustic charm to it, you know.
Mold and broth shouldn't go together in my opinion.
Delicious.
They're both very offensive words to me.
They are quite offensive words, I'll give you that.
To hear. Just really enjoying the blue on blue colour scheme in this.
It is lovely, isn't it? But it's, you know, it's just deep enough that it shines, you know.
Absolutely. Question number 8.
Question number 8. This decade sees the first patent for personal stereos, culminating with the release of the Sony Walkman. This decade sees the first patents for the personal stereos, culminating with the release of the Sony Walkman.
They both happened in the same decade, to clarify.
So give that one some thought, and when you're happy with your answer, write it down.
A reminder that you won't have any repeats, and all of the decades from the 1920s, was it? Yeah, to the 2010s.
Yep,
will be represented.
Very exciting.
Right, question number 9.
Question number 9. The 3-point seatbelt common in cars today is first introduced in this decade, in which Saab presents its GT750, pre-fitted with seatbelts to the New York Motor Show. The 3-point seatbelt common in cars today is first introduced in this decade, in which Saab presents its GT750, pre-fitted with seatbelts to the New York Motor Show.
Saab just looks like it's an anagram or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. Bars, as in like what the sound of sheep make.
What sheep say.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I know. So
What if that's why it's called that? It's bars backwards because they're the opposite of a sheep.
That's a good point. I was going to say that it was made by sheep and they're trying to cover it up.
Oh, so that's the way of doing it. We can't possibly be sheep who make this because look, it's backwards.
Literally bars backwards.
We do have fun here on the Vern Bar Quiz.
We do.
Question number 10.
Question number 10. Developed by Linus Torvalds, the Linux operating system kernel was first released in this decade. Developed by Linus Torvalds, the Linux operating system kernel was first released in this decade.
Annabelle says she does not vibe with this round.
What?
You know what? We got a mixed bag. We've got a mixed bag around here, so take what you can get. And also it's multiple choice. It's easy. You just got to match up the 10 decades to the 10 questions. On the subject of the 10 decades, I'm gonna 10 questions. I'm gonna nip through these again. Just a reminder that these will have every decade from the 1920s to the 2010s, and the decade is from the 0 to the 9, as it obviously is. We're talking about the decades in terms of the tens column. Right. So we had the first disposable contact lenses. What decade was that? Then we had Bitcoin. When was that invented? Bitcoin. Question number 3, the electron microscope. When was the electron microscope invented? Then question number 4, when was the first lab-grown beef burger? Question number 5, when was the microwave invented? The radar range. When was the lava lamp invented? Question number 7, when was penicillin patented, invented, whatever? Mold broth filtrate, yum, yum, yum. Question number 8. When was the Sony Walkman invented? Question number 9. When was the seatbelt invented or introduced into cars? And question number 10. When was the Linux operating system kernel first released?
Good stuff. Good round. I enjoyed that round anyway.
I love it. I had a great time. Thank you very much to all involved. And then, without any further ado, we're on to our second to last round. On this week on Mario Kart.
The round we've all been waiting for. What a stunning title screen as well.
Jack, why have we got a round on Mario Kart, pray tell?
So, I think if I'm not mistaken, last week we picked the winning team name, and we gave them the opportunity as a result to pick a specialist round for this week. So a round of any topic at all. They'd have to say the topic, and we'd write a round on it. This week they chose Mario Kart, so here we are with 10 Mario Kart questions just for you.
Thank you very much, Lawrence, for this round. Here we go. Question number 1. On which console was the first Mario Kart game released? On which console was the first Mario Kart game released?
I like that low poly cow is really staring into my soul there.
You think that's a low poly?
Oh, it's probably quite high poly actually, isn't it? I mean, it's lower poly than we have today,
depending on her height.
That's true.
I could have phrased that better. Sorry, everyone. I'm not on my A game. What a lovely smile.
It really is.
I like to think that the nose is. Just ignore the rest of the cow. Just the nose bit looks like a smiley face.
You're right. It does. Maybe that's what all cows have.
It is. Yeah, cow sometime. Question number 2.
All right.
Sorry. Which Mario Kart Wii circuit features this track layout? Which Mario Kart Wii circuit features this track layout? I'm sure you've played your Mario Kart Wii in your time. What track has this layout? Jack's vanished. But that's okay. We all do it sometimes. Hope you're doing well. I'm not sure if you heard, but shares in the Wipeout round have gone up, have skyrocketed thanks to Reddit users. But sadly now the official stock trading section on Duo has been taken down by the university. Question number 3. When playing single card multiplayer on the DS, all players must play as what character? When playing single card multiplayer on the Nintendo DS, all players play as which Mario Kart character? This is on the regular DS, not any of this 3D rubbish. Hey, Jack.
Hi, how's it going?
Having a great time.
Great news. How are things?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. We've been having some fun. Question number 4. Name one of the 4 characters from the previous Mario Kart games to appear in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and not in Mario Kart 8. Name one of the 4 characters from previous Mario Kart games that appears in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and not in Mario Kart 8. Name one of 4. Just got to guess one, you know.
Difficult. This is very much specialist knowledge for the specialist round.
Absolutely. But if you want similar treatment, get thinking of a specialist round. Get thinking of a good team name, and you get to pick one for next week. Question number 5. Daisy Circuit shares features with the Monaco Grand Prix. Monaco can be found directly north of which African country? So Daisy Circuit shares features with the Monaco Grand Prix. Monaco can be found directly north of which African country? So if you go from this African country directly north, you'll reach Monaco. Which country?
Very good question. That is a very, very good question. So a little bit of maybe begins in Mario Kart and ends in geography, which, you know,
that's what we love to see.
Really what we love to see.
So it won't have to cross over any other countries, to clarify. Question number 6. The circuit, Dry Desert, features a Sphinx-like monument in its circuit. How old is the Sphinx believed to be? To give you a clue, it's a multiple of 500 years old. How old is the Sphinx believed to be? The Egyptian one.
Are you telling me that it's a significant Sphinx anniversary this year?
I'm not sure. Yeah, have you not seen all the banners they've got up in Egypt?
Wow, that's
Oh,
amazing.
whatever it is. Sorry if that gives something away. So we're after a multiple 500 years old. We're not talking. We don't want what year it began. We want how many years old it is now.
I
Probably.
am not a big fan of Dry Desert. I was playing probably Dry Desert maybe 4 days ago, 5 days ago.
Not 4 days
and
ago.
Not 4 days ago, and I was not a fan of the circuit. The part when you go around the whirlpool of sand is not enjoyable in any way.
Risky business.
Yeah, it is.
Right, question number 7. Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS was released in Europe and the US in which year? Mario Kart 7 was released in Europe and the US in which year?
See, this is one that you've played this one, haven't you?
I've got it.
Yeah. See, I've never played it because
I didn't play it very much. But
I was never part of the 3DS generation.
I never had 3DS. I did have a 2DS. Because I can't see in 3D. There's a fun fact for you.
I guess that would have been unnecessary expense to buy 3DS in that case.
Why splash out on the 3D bit when you can just get the 2D,
Exactly.
2D bit and it doesn't give you a headache and you can see it?
It's great. Good
I
stuff.
think 3D film is the future.
Well, I think you might have to talk to someone back in 2012 about that.
No, I just really want to see Avatar in 3D. That'd be amazing. Question number 8. In Mario Kart Super Circuit for the Game Boy Advance, there are in total 8 characters. Name 2 of the 3 lightweight characters. So in Mario Kart Super Circuit for Game Boy Advance, there are 8 characters in total. Name 2 of the 3 lightweight characters. The characters that are in the lightweight category.
That's a difficult question because you don't know which characters are in which Mario Kart.
Absolutely, it's tricky stuff, and you got to name 2.
We might have to make some educated guesses there.
Possibly.
I feel like this is very much around. So if you know your Mario Kart, this could be around where you pick up a lot of points compared to other
differentials.
Teams. Yeah.
That's what Special Round's all about sometimes. Question number 9. In every Mario Kart game, excluding arcade versions, Rainbow Road appears in which cup? So in every Mario Kart game, excluding arcade versions, Rainbow Road appears in which cup?
I almost just said the answer there.
Well, let's not have another Constantinople or whatever it was.
Let's not have another Byzantium moment. Do you ever get the compulsion to do that? Just to say the answer?
Not so much. I just get the compulsion to just put down answers that are wrong and just say them out loud and say that they're right, even when it's objectively a false fact.
I don't know what's more destructive, to be honest. They're both quite destructive.
The hills I like to die on are the ones where there's 2 possible answers, but one of them is completely objectively wrong and the other one is true. And I say that the one is wrong that is true, you know?
Hang on, is this related to Peru in any way?
No. I was talking about something else, don't worry. Peru? What's Peru? Question number 10. Among the wheels in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe are ancient tires. Ancient is an adjective, describing word, used sometimes by people who want to make clear that the word they're describing is, in their opinion or by actual fact, is a thing that is very old. Another thing that is very old is a famous prehistoric structure in Wiltshire. What is this called?
That is...
Among the wheels available in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe are ancient tires. Ancient is an adjective describing a word used sometimes by people who want to make clear that the word they are describing is, in their opinion or by actual fact, is a thing that's very old. Another thing that's very old is a famous prehistoric structure in Wiltshire. What is this called?
So there you go. Give that one some thought. If you know it, put it down. You should hope. But if you've been to some past quizzes, you might have an inkling as to what this would be.
It's a tiny little inkling.
Tiny inkling.
Hey, don't they have inklings in the new Mario Kart games?
I think they do. Yeah, they actually do. Yeah. Never played as one though. Yeah.
Right. Hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen.
Hang on. Is it time?
And genteel folk. Sorry. Oh, it's time for the headline act of the quiz. It's the Wipeout Round.
No way. No way.
Jack, what's the Wipeout Round?
Well, the Wipeout Round, Hugo, is we're going to show you 10 seemingly generalized questions. However, they are actually generalized questions. There's nothing that connects them at all. The difference for this round is that if you get one wrong, if you put one down and it's the wrong answer, then you'll get 0 for the entire round. So you can leave an answer blank. That's absolutely fine. However, if you put one answer down and it's wrong, then that's 0 points for the rest of the round, regardless of what other answers you put down. So keep that one in mind.
We've had accusations that not all of the questions in the Mario Kart round were about Mario Kart. No, I disagree. I think they're all explicitly about Mario Kart. No, we like to spatter in a few ones that aren't explicitly related for everyone who perhaps doesn't know everything about Mario Kart.
No,
anyway,
I think you should stick to your guns, Hugo. Every single question in that was about Mario Kart and only Mario Kart.
It even started with about Mario Kart. Here we go. Question number 1 of the Wipeout round. If you get it wrong, that's 0 points for the entire round.
By what nickname is the 19th century statesman Simon Bolivar better known in Latin America? By what name is the 19th century statesman? Is it Simon or Simon?
Simon.
Simon Bolivar, better known in Latin America.
This round, as you might be able to tell from the Spanish reference, is brought to you by the inimitable friend of the show, Annabelle Hay.
Classic.
Thank you very much,
classic.
Annabelle.
With the background being Rango.
Sorry about the background. I don't want to blame Annabelle for this. This was my doing, and sorry it's so low res and so
it's quite low res.
Cursed.
It's a crazy film. It's a good one though.
Question number 2, while we're at it.
Question number 2, which 3 adjectives are used to describe the Romans in the Horrible Histories theme song that plays at the start of the show? Which 3 adjectives are used to describe the Romans in the Horrible Histories theme song that plays at the start of the show?
They might all begin with similar letters.
Yeah, I know the part, but I definitely wouldn't feel confident enough. I think the one of them, I think I wouldn't know if that was necessary. So I do have a habit, Hugo, of just unconsciously, if I don't know a lyric to a song, replacing it with words I think it should be, and then assuming that's the actual lyric.
Oh, that's good. So what would you say for these then? Actually, no,
I don't do that because I will just. I'll do
real answer. Question number 3.
Question number 3. What is the most abundant metal in the human body? Which is the most abundant metal in the human body?
I think this might be my favorite quiz question for some time. I think this is I just love it. I think it's a great quiz question.
Why? I mean, it's a great. Don't get me wrong. It's a great question, but I don't know what sets it apart. You know.
Something about it, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
So we feel like we should know, but do we know it? You know.
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like it's about our own bodies, so in theory we should know, but maybe we do. Maybe if you're staring us in the face
everyone
the entire time.
who has a body knows about their bodies, knows about the human body.
Yeah, I guess so. Question number 4.
Everyone's a doctor if they try hard enough. Question number 4.
Question number 4. The film 10 Things I Hate About You is a modern adaptation of which Shakespeare play? The film 10 Things I Hate About You is a modern adaptation of which Shakespeare play?
You know, I don't like about this background. I have not seen Rango, but I don't know why that creature, reptile of some kind, has to have the hair. Why do they have sort of ringlets and why have they got long hair?
I mean, I have no idea. I feel like probably this film isn't necessarily shooting for realism. I don't think that is what its primary objective is.
It's far more believable the fact that there's a chameleon wearing a Hawaiian shirt than that tall creature with hair.
Well, that's just very presumptuous of you, isn't it, really?
Sorry. Question number 5.
Question number 5. Which American pop punk band had a cover article on Rolling Stone magazine? First, Fall Out Boy or Panic at the Disco? Which American pop punk band had a cover article on Rolling Stone magazine first? Fall Out Boy or Panic at the Disco?
It's a 50-50. Surely you're going to go for it. Although, reminder, if you get it wrong, that could be 0 points for the entire round. You could lose all your points for the Wipeout round.
I feel like only someone that would be willing to lose 10 points would go for this question, because,
or perhaps wanting to go for that 10 out of 10.
That's very stressful.
Yeah, reminder that you can leave it blank and that's fine. You won't lose any points if you've got a blank answer. Well, you might lose points for other questions, but not for that particular question. Right, question number 6.
Question number 6. Which ingredient in Worcestershire sauce prevents it from being suitable for vegetarians? Which ingredient in Worcestershire sauce prevents it from being suitable for vegetarians?
Can you read it again, but like do a little gag about how it's difficult to pronounce Worcestershire?
Which ingredient in Worcestershire sauce prevents it from being suitable for vegetarians?
Not many people struggle with the word sauce, but
what? It's pronounced sauce.
That was good stuff. If people haven't seen Italian Man tries to pronounce Worcestershire sauce on YouTube, I really recommend it.
I have not seen this. I might have to check it out.
Question number 7.
Question number 7. Zanzibar is a semi-autonomous region of which African nation? Zanzibar is a semi-autonomous region from which African nation?
Why does it have such human eyes as well?
Different species. The Rango's a chameleon, and she's something else, of which I'm not entirely sure. Hugo, as I said before, this film doesn't shoot for realism; it shoots for a good plot.
No. Does it have a good plot?
I can't remember. I watched it ages ago. I think if people like it, though, so I assume it's pretty good. I think.
Question number 7. No, 8.
Question number 8. What animal attacked President Jimmy Carter while he was sitting in a fishing boat in 1979? What animal attacked President Jimmy Carter while he was sitting in a fishing boat in 1979? Good question.
Poor guy. He just wanted to sit in a fishing boat in 1979 and something attacked him.
Yeah.
So think twice before you sit in a fishing boat in 1979.
I mean, he's still alive. He's still going strong.
He is. I've heard stories about how Jimmy Carter, when he gets on a plane, like it takes another like half an hour for him to take off because he wants to shake everyone's hand. Like, come on, Jimmy. We just want to get on our flight.
Oh, also, if you want to know what kind of she's a desert iguana. So not quite the same as a chameleon.
Fair enough. Then it's reasonable that she has long auburn locks. Then I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
Question number 9.
Question number 9. How old do you have to be to legally consume an alcoholic drink in a UK pub garden? How old do you have to be to legally consume an alcoholic drink in a UK pub garden? Wow, that's
asking for a friend.
That's terrifying. Yeah, Beans is quite terrifying, actually. There are more angles which are even more terrifying.
What was she called? Beans?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I just assumed that you know what she was called because I spent so long reading the Wikipedia page. Yeah, Beans is her name.
Voiced by whom?
Isla Fisher.
Oh, I'd like to apologise for saying whom then. That's not the kind of person I am. I wish I hadn't. I wish I just said who. Question number 10, anyway, without any further ado, the final question of the quiz.
Final question of the quiz. What is the first song by an Irish band to surpass 1 billion views on YouTube? Number 10, what is the first song by an Irish band to surpass 1 billion views on YouTube? Wow. That is a niche question.
What a way to end it. I realised I didn't go through again the Mario questions, but you can imagine.
They know their Mario Kart.
But I will nip through these again.
Do it. Zoom.
By what nickname is Simon Bolivar better known in Latin America? You can have it in English or Spanish. Which 3 adjectives are used to describe the Romans in oral histories in this theme song? What was the most abundant metal in the human body? Question number 3. Question number 4. 10 Things I Hate About You is an adaptation of which Shakespeare play? Which American pop band had a cover article in Rolling Stone magazine first? Was it Fall Out Boy or Panic at the Disco? Question number 6. Which ingredient in Worcestershire sauce prevents it from being suitable for vegetarians? Question number 7. Zanzibar is a semi-autonomous region of which African nation? Question number 8. What animal attacked President Jimmy Carter while he was sitting in a fishing boat in 1979? Question number 9. How old do you have to be to legally consume an alcoholic drink in a UK pub garden? And question number 10, the final of the quiz. What was the first song by an Irish band to pass 1 billion views on YouTube?
Well, there we go. I guess it might be time for the answers. I guess.
It's pens down, but yes, it's time for the answers. So pens back up, please. But now don't change your answers from now on, please.
Don't do it.
Here's some of the answers. You're marking your own, and then it might be an idea that after each round you have a little running total of how many you got for that round. So then at the end, you can be quicker about adding up your scores and posting them on a Facebook post, which Jack will put up towards the end of the answers.
I will indeed do that very thing.
Here we go. We had the Lynx Round, and I'm going to tell you what the answers were now. So the often correlated injury, of course, was whiplash. Then we had highbrow. Highbrow is what we wanted to do. So we had whiplash, then highbrow. This answer is egg white. You can just have a white. We'll give. Can you? No, we want egg white. The white of an egg. And albumin is the white of an egg. Question number 4. If I only had the nerve. Obviously the Scarecrow wanted a brain, and the Tin Man wanted a heart. Question 5. This is a pop socket. It's a pop socket. Useful on your phone, perhaps. Question number 6. This is, of course, Iris. We just wanted Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, I believe. Difficult to say. These are, of course, lenses. The answer we wanted was a lens. Pringles are experimenting by changing their plastic lid for a paper lid. Not the rest of it isn't really plastic. So lid was what we wanted here. The 5-letter word is, of course, pupil. Maybe from just those last 3 alone, you will have got the link, which is eye. They're all sort of parts or something to do with the human eye. So something to do with the human eye is what we want for the answer. So we have eyelash, eyebrow, the white of your eye, the optic nerve, the eye socket, the iris of the eye, your lens in your eye, your eyelid, your pupil. They're all parts of the eye.
Very well done. If you got that one.
Then we had our Meryl Streep films.
Good stuff. Okay, so diminutive dames is actually Little Women. So if you've got Little Women, there you go. That's the answer there. Question number 2. They all starred in The Devil Wears Prada. So Devil Wears Prada. Question number 3. That is, of course, the poster of Into the Woods, the classic Disney film, Into the Woods. So there you go. That is, of course, Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia. Who would have thought that the only consonant in Mamma Mia is M?
M is amazing. Question number 5. That's an excerpt from Mary Poppins Returns.
We're not accepting just Mary Poppins. We need Mary Poppins Returns.
She's not in the original. Question number 6. Dehorn Italy actually is the Iron Lady. So well done if you got that one. Question number 7. Marilyn Action, that is of course in the movie Suffragette.
Sorry if you put Florence Foster Jenkins. A good guess, but this is actually her as Emily Pankhurst from Suffragette.
That was the synopsis of It's Complicated, of course it is.
A brilliant film.
That is Out of Africa? Yes, Out of Africa.
And this one, I can't believe someone said this about this film. This is Sophie's Choice.
Oh, what? That's brutal.
A boring flick for women. And once again, these are not necessarily the views held by the Vern Bar Quiz.
No, of course not.
Right. Then we had our inventions round. First disposable contact lenses were in the 1980s. The Danish will tell you that they invented it in 1982. The Americans will tell you that they invented it in 1987. I'm more inclined to believe the people who said the earlier date. Question number 2. A Bitcoin is invented in the 2000s. The development of which started in 2007. So 2000 we wanted here.
Good stuff.
The 1930s, the prototype for the electron microscope was invented in 1931. And the good one, as Kieran has described me in the notes, was in 1935. Question number 5. This was, of course, the 2010s, 2013 to be precise, 2013 to 2010s. Question number 5. En vogue radar technology made the microwave in the 1940s, just after the war, in fact. That's why it was in vogue. 1946, particularly. Question number 6. Then we had Edward Craven Walker patenting the lava lamp in the 60s. In the 60s, that's earlier than I would have expected.
1960s, yeah, no.
1963. This was done in, Alexander Fleming was doing his stuff about penicillin in the 20s, of course. That had to be the earliest date there. 1928 to 1929. Tony Walkman was, of course, the 1970s, end of the 1970s. Tony Walkman was finally released in 1979 after the original patents for personal stereos in 1977. Question number 9. The 3-point seatbelt was, of course, invented in the 1950s. 55 was the first 3-point seatbelt, and the Saab was released in 1958, which leaves, of course, the Linux, which was invented in the 90s, 1991.
1991.
So we'll go through those again because I spoke parts in the middle that I didn't need to. So we had the 80s, the 2000s, the 30s, the 2010s, the 1940s, the 1960s, the 1920s, the 1970s, the 1950s, and the 1990s. That was a bit of a hard one, so well done if you picked up a few points there.
Good stuff.
Then we had our Mascot round.
So, of course, question number 1. The answer to this is SNES. SNES. That is the answer here. Question number 2. The Mascot Wii circuit is Delfino Square.
Very well done if you got that.
Delfino Square is the answer there. Question number 3. Shy Guy is the answer there. Question number 4. Gold Mario, Dry Bones, King Boo, and Bowser Jr.
Any one of those, you get the point.
Any of those. Question number 5. Algeria is found in south of Monaco. Question number 6 is 4,500 years old. So we're looking for that number for you to get the answer there. So there you go. I've got that one there. Question number 7, 2011 is when Mario Kart 7 was released. 2011. Any two of Peach, Toad, and Yoshi are the lightweight characters. So any two of those. I'm
sure it'll make sense because, of course, Peach, Toad, and Yoshi are the ones who are always used in the speed runs of Mario Kart because they're the light ones.
Good point. In every Mario Kart game, Rainbow Road appears in the Special Cup. So it's a special race, Special Cup. Question number 10. Ancient is an adjective describing, of course, Stonehenge. What else could it have been?
I'm sorry, the answer isn't as big as it is sometimes. I slightly forgot. And then we had a Wipeout round. With these 10 answers, reminder, with these last 10 questions, if you have even one of them wrong, that's an automatic 0 for the entire round. While I'm doing this, Jack will be going to the Hillbead SRC Facebook page and creating a post for you to comment under with your final score and a team name, which you think is good. So start thinking of a team name while we go through these. So this is, of course, the Liberator or El Libertador. Either of those will get you the point for that. Bold if you went for that. Confident. The Romans are, of course, rotten, rank, and ruthless. Romans, rotten, rank, and ruthless. Very well done if you got that. All 3 for the point, please. Otherwise, you wiped out. The most abundant metal in the human body. Calcium. Look, I just like this question because to me, it's not. You forget that calcium's a metal. Anyway, question number 4. 10 things I hate about you is an adaptation of The Taming of the Shrew. The Taming of the Shrew.
Oh, yeah, I would never have
you wiped out, I'm afraid. 0 for the entire round. It was the Fall Out Boy Panic at the Disco. It was, of course, Panic at the Disco. Apologies for my lack of exclamation mark there. That was my fault. Panic at the Disco was the answer there. Question number 6. Worcestershire sauce has got anchovies in it, so it's not suitable for vegetarians. I know now that my mum will now abstain from using Worcestershire sauce as she's not an anchovy fan. That's okay. Oh. Question number 7. Zanzibar is in Tanzania. Zanzibar is in Tanzania. President Jimmy Carter. Now, this is a fact I didn't know. Jack, did you know that in 1979, President Jimmy Carter, while sitting on a fishing boat, was attacked by a swamp rabbit?
No, I didn't at all. See, that's been terrifying.
There's a whole Wikipedia page on it for you to look at called, Jimmy Carter rabbit incident. He got attacked by... We'll accept rabbit. Or hare. We'll accept hare as well. Hare or rabbit, any lupine creature. I feel like there's, what am I? Cadgebine. I don't know. Question number 9. You have to be, maybe some of you are this old, 5 years old. You have to be 5 years old to consume an alcoholic drink in a UK pub garden legally.
That's crazy.
Apparently. So, next round's on Tiny Tim, I guess.
I feel like a lot of people are wiped out on these questions.
Surely. And question number 10. The first song by an Irish band to surpass 1 billion views was, of course, Zombie by the Cranberries. We just wanted Zombie. Zombie. So there we go. Now it's time for you to go to, on Facebook, if you've got Facebook, go to the Facebook page Hillbeat SRC. You don't even have to be Hillbeat to do this. Go to Hillbeat SRC, find the most recent post, and comment below it with your team name and your score. If you get the highest score, you will win the mystery prize. If you get the best team name, we will ask you for a round, a specialist round for next week. So
it's just published now. It's the post saying post your scores and team names in the comments below. So if you find that one. Then
but what I will say is that now it's time for a part of the show you've all been waiting for. This won't count towards your score. This is just a little bit extra we do while we're waiting for the answers to come in. This is a part we call Are You Smarter Than a Social Sec? Where I, on a specific topic, ask 5 questions to our esteemed what's he called? Our esteemed social sec. That's right. That's the name of the segment. Jack.
Oh yes.
And
hello.
If you at home get more right than he does, then you are officially smarter than the social sec, which is very impressive indeed. Because Jack has, on multiple occasions, described himself as a general knowledge wizard.
That's not true. This is untrue. This is not a true thing.
Right. So today, topically, this is Are You Smarter Than Social Sec, made by Kieran, and it's titled Stonks. So question number 1, Jack. Nicknamed the Big Board, what is the world's largest stock exchange?
Wall Street, I assume.
Is that your
the New York Stock Exchange. The New York Stock Exchange.
Okay. Question number 2. What year, give or take, was GameStop founded as Babbage's in Dallas, Texas?
Oh God.
Give or take, I was given. So I'll give you 1 year either way.
1 year either way. Okay.
No, okay. I'll give you the nearest. I'll give you 5 either way.
1995.
1995. Let's see. Oh, I'll give you if the real answer is from 1990 up until 2000. Very generous of me. Okay. This is a brilliant question. Question number 3. What is the cute, tiny, gorgeous mascot of Reddit called?
Oh my God, I have no idea.
Mascot called?
I've used Reddit a couple of times, but not knowing the name of the mascot. No idea. I've got no clue.
You want to make a guess? Just 4 letters.
4 letters.
Mm-hmm.
Like Zorb.
Zorb.
That's an alien. So.
Right. Question number 4. In which country in the town of Chinu, were people put in stocks for breaking COVID-19 restrictions last year?
How do you spell it?
CHINU.
That doesn't help me at all.
Stocks, blimey.
Taiwan.
Apologies if that's not right and there's any Taiwanese officials watching. These are not the views of the Vern Bar Quiz. Okay, and finally, which musician, real name Gordon Sumner, made his film debut in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels? Would you like the question repeated?
Yes, please.
Which musician, real name Gordon Sumner, made his film debut in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels?
Think about this.
Gordon Sumner.
Going to be someone like Bryan Adams.
Bryan Adams, okay. Someone like Bryan Adams.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So, question number 1. The big board, you said, is the New York Stock Exchange. It is indeed the New York Stock Exchange. Very well done. That's 1 point so far.
Oof. I think that may be as far as I'm getting.
GameStop was founded in 1984.
No, it's where I thought it was.
I'm afraid you're a little bit out with your 1985. It's not called Zorb. The Reddit mascot is, of course, called Snoo. SNOO.
Oh, I'd never got
that. In Colombia, people will put in stocks.
Yikes.
And Sting is Gordon Sumner. Sting was it?
Oh, of course, yeah.
So that is 1 right. If you at home got more than 1 question right, then you are smarter than a social sec. So very well done.
Was not a good performance by me today.
Hopefully by now you've got your scores into the Hillbeat post, the Hillbeat SLC post. Let's have a little look-see. Oh, we've got some good ones.
Good to hear.
Okay, so how we do this is I read out 3 names to Jack, and he picks his favorite of those. To be the team name winner, let me tell you, Jack, we've got some good ones. So Jack, here they come. Hang on. Honorable mention to Mario Kart. Wee! Woo-hoo! I'm gonna have to. Okay, I'm gonna say. Here they come, Jack. Here are your options. Elliot wears Prada. Elliot wears Prada. Friend of the show, Elliot mentioned there. How about this one? Hugo in the streets, Meryl in the streets.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And an oldie but a goldie, Vernie Sanders.
Oh yeah, it's all good. I mean, I'm gonna have to go to Elliot wears Prada, aren't I?
Elliot wears Prada. We can't be that. I love a bit of Elliot. The Enscom head of furniture, I believe he is now.
I think so, yeah.
Round
so there you go.
For next week, please. So there we go. That was very well done, Elliot wears Prada, for winning the team name. But who, pray tell, has won the coveted prize? Who could it be? It's a prize that only the winners can access, and no one else look at it, please. Actually, you can, and we won't mind. But it is the prize goes to this week, if I'm not mistaken, Vernie Sanders.
Yeah,
very well done, Vernie Sanders. You won the. Sorry, you didn't win the specialist round, but you won the quiz. So very well done. You win a mystery link. It's another mystery link. So if you type this into your browser, if you type bit.ly/Mario Surprise into your browser, you'll get a good watch, which I'm sure will be up your street. And if not, sorry about that, but you can always try come again next week where the prize will be different.
Yeah, different prize every week, so that's an incentive to come back for a different prize, because obviously these at the moment the quiz is known for its prizes, because that's absolutely. We got some great prizes at the moment.
So thank you very much for coming to the quiz. It's been a fun one.
Yes, thank you very much.
See you next week, I hope. Same time, same place.
Yes, we have the new round,
which is TBD. And let's have a look. Not been updated yet, but we will keep you posted on that.
Yep.
Thank you for coming. Enjoy your evenings.
Yes.
And as always, Jack.
We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
So have a great